Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler review series of videos I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks. Come on now. I'm gonna talk about stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not gonna lie, I can't wait till I can snap my fingers again properly. I'm just waiting because, like, I got a little bit of a messed up finger thing, so it's like, I can kind of do it, but I can't get the stank on it the way I used to. But anyway, folks, it's super simple format. I'm gonna go over there, I'm gonna try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck, and whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing grody work clothes. Typically, when I'm inside the truck and I'm wearing grody work clothes, that means that I was on my way home from work and I found some shit to review for you. That's not the case, though, in this particular instance. I actually went over there and picked this up a few days ago. It was sitting in my house, and I've been meaning to review it, and I was getting to that point where it was like, if I don't review it soon, I'm just going to eat it. So, here we are today. I pretty much, as soon as I got home from work, I was like, all right, we're gonna make this happen, because otherwise I'm just gonna go inside and eat the damn thing without reviewing it. So, what is it? It has to be amazing. Like, I'm convinced that this is gonna be amazing. It happens to be, boom, it's from Lay's, part of their Flavor Drop Global Edition, inspired by Tastes of Greece. It is their Wavy Tzatziki sauce flavored potato chips. Excuse me, I didn't mean to spittle on you there. Yeah, man, okay, so, like, yes, I love fucking tzatziki sauce, you know? It's one of those great sauces, you know, you get it with a gyro sometimes, you know. Yeah, man, I'm super about this. Like, I just got through reviewing some honey butter inspired by Taste of Korea, and with the honey butter, I was like, I don't think of honey butter when I think of Korean flavors, but tzatziki sauce can definitely, yeah, you know. And if you're unfamiliar, it's kind of like a yogurt-based dish. There's like cucumber and a bunch of other stuff, and it's delicious, you know. It's just undeniably amazing. So hopefully this will capture even a portion of that. It looks like this, and we'll kind of ha 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 ha. Just give it a go. After this, I'm gonna have 2 big-ass fucking bags of chips to eat. Ooh, fragrant! Now, folks, I do have to mention, if you watch my channel, you know it's coming. Here's the bag, right? Look at that bag. It's bigger than my head. But it's misleading because that's actually how many chips we get. It's not that big. It's not even close to being the size of my head anymore. And I hate that, man. I genuinely, if my channel achieves nothing else, I want it to go over there and change the way the chip industry does stuff, because we are getting hosed, folks. It's not just because I'm a fat guy. We all deserve more from our chip companies. But let's try out a thing. Hopefully it's at least tasty. Starts better than it finishes. Damn. That first bite was fantastic. Like, when I first put that into my mouth, the aromatics hitting my nostrils, and just the whole thing. Like, because again, like, these are so, they're so aromatic. There's so much, you know, just going on just from the smell alone. Super excited. First bite, really tasty. Kind of a, you know, garlicky kind of flavor, little bit of, you know, again, sort of that yogurt kind of thing, a little bit of a tanginess. I was like, yes, this is it. And then that faded out fairly quickly. And then the rest of it, it did have a tzatziki sauce kind of flavor, kind of herby, you know, a little bit of the tanginess, but it dropped off really hard, you know. And it's like, man, because you think tzatziki sauce, man, I gotta get a fucking gyro today. That's what's happening later today. That's definitely gonna be my lunch today, because it's been a while since I've had a gyro. But where to go for a gyro? I don't know, I got a bunch of places around me. But anyway, That was so promising and then just kind of disappointing. Like, not bad. I want to emphasize that. Not bad. Still tasty. And I was surprised at how much of that essence of tzatziki sauce they managed to get in there. Like, it is undeniably that flavor. And from start to finish. However, it starts off with the vibrancy that proper tzatziki sauce has. That just oomph of flavor. Then it drops off. But let's try another chip. Again, first hit, nice, tangy, garlicky, herby. Then there's this period where there's just not that much going on. Then it picks back up a little bit. And then kind of at the tail end, there's something to it. We're going to do this proper. A bunch of them. There we go. That's how it's supposed to be done. But, although it does help mitigate the issue, there's still a drop-off. Eating a bunch of them at once obviously increases the flavor profile. And because you're getting different parts of the flavor from different chips that you're biting into at different times, it does sort of help things. But, yeah. Man, I just wish that flavor carried through the whole way. If it was able to hit that hard from start to finish, these would legitimately be some of my favorite chips of all time. As is, two questions have to be asked. Would I get them again? Would I recommend them? Yes and yes, but slight caveats. I like these. I think these are tasty. I think that in terms of representing the flavor they're supposed to, they do a pretty damn good job. Like Lay's and, their chip flavors and stuff, hit or miss. Some of them I think do a really good job. Some of them I think, maybe they're overreaching or maybe they just didn't do a good job with it. With this, I just feel like, I think they hit it. I think they got the flavor down. The herbs and the spices, whatever they're doing to flavor it, they definitely got that tzatziki sauce flavor. However, again, it just, that drop-off, Man, that drop-off hurts it. Because otherwise, it's delicious. It's so nice, and it is so reminiscent of the flavor it's trying to emulate. But that is where the caveat comes into play. It's the thing of like, if these hit the way I wanted them to hit, the way they first hit when you first put them in your mouth, I would be all over these, man. I'd probably have 2 or 3 bags of these damn things in my house, just because they're that good. As is, I'd certainly still pick them up, especially if I could get a smaller bag, just for a snack, because they are really tasty, but they're just not hitting quite at the level that I'd like them to hit. These are one of those ones I'd like to see Lay's go back, tweak the formula a little bit, get it to where it needs to be. But they are still good, so I would still get them again. If I'm recommending them, though, yes. I think that both these and the honey butter have both been really nice flavors. Again, sometimes the Lay's stuff, and even the international stuff, like the things where I've gone over there and I've reviewed, like ones from Japan and China and stuff like that, extremely hit or miss. Some of them have been magnificent, others have been completely forgettable. It is kind of a flip of the coin, but I think in both of these instances, I don't know if there's any more global flavors out right now from them. These are the only 2 I've found. I think in both instances, I think these are both really nice, and I think that these in particular, especially coming from a Western palate, honey butter, I think worked great, and I think that people should jump on it. But I would hazard a guess and say that most people in the United States between honey butter and tzatziki sauce are probably more familiar with tzatziki sauce, and I do think that this, again, captures that flavor pretty well, if it is maybe just a little bit disappointing in the execution. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, hope you have yourselves a truly Gyro-tastic, Chris. You're like, I'm gonna get me a gyro. I'm looking forward to that now. I was just gonna get some fucking chicken wings, but oh, man, now it's in my head, and when you get that gyro sense going, or gyro, I know, pronounce it the right way, Brandon. Ah, damn it, I've been calling it a gyro since I was a kid. Final two things. Number one, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated, but what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. When we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully, do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, here's what I want you to go out and do. Tell me your best gyro story. I'd love to hear your comments. Like, are you a big fan of gyros? Do you care whether I call them gyros or gyros? Because again, I'm just... I try to be accommodating, but, I'm going to fail in some regards. But yeah, man, like, is it something you like? Is it something... I still remember... This is a real thing. Back when I was in, I want to say middle school, I had a best friend at the time. His name's Kevin. Cool dude. And, he came over to my house one time, and my dad was like, all right, well, your friend's here. I guess I got to fucking feed him. And we went over there, and we ended up getting gyros. And despite the fact that this guy lived in the same town that I did, doing similar stuff, apparently he never had a gyro in his entire life. And I went over there and we got him a gyro and he's like, I don't know. And it was like, dude, he ate that thing and he was like it was like a religious experience for him. He was like, why have I been denied this my entire life? He was like mad at the fact that like his family apparently had never, allowed him to try a gyro. So sadly, I lost touch with the guy. Once we got to high school, he kind of went his way, I kind of went mine, but hopefully he's doing well. If he happens to see this by some chance, hey, Kevin, hope you're doing good. Bye.